Why do humans yawn? Yawning. It's something every human does. You're probably even fighting the urge to do it right now. But here's the big question. Why do we yawn, and why is it so contagious? For centuries, scientists debated this everyday mystery. Today, we're diving deep into the science of yawns. And trust me, you'll never think of one the same way again. Part 1. The Oxygen Myth. For a long time, people believed yawning happened because our body needed more oxygen. The idea was simple. When you're tired, your breathing slows. So a yawn would help bring in extra oxygen and kick out carbon dioxide. Makes sense, right? Well, studies later disproved this. Even when oxygen levels are steady, people still yawn. So, the oxygen theory. Busted. Part 2. The brain cooling theory. The leading theory today is that yawning actually helps cool the brain. When we're tired, bored, or stressed, the temperature in our brain can rise. Yawning does 3 clever things. 1. It stretches the jaw, increasing blood flow to the brain. 2. It brings in a rush of cooler air through a deep inhale. 3. It flexes the sinuses, which may act like little fans to help release heat. So, in a way, yawning works like an air conditioner for your brain. Keeping it at the right temperature helps. You stay alert and think clearly. Part 3. Why is yawning contagious? Now, let's talk about one of the strangest parts of yawning. It's contagious. You see someone yawn, and suddenly you can't help it. Scientists think this has to do with empathy and social bonding. Studies show you're more likely to catch a yawn from family or close friends than from strangers. In fact, yawning might have evolved as a way for groups to sync up their alertness, like a built-in team signal. Hey, it's time to stay awake together. Part 4. Yawning across the animal kingdom. And it's not just humans. Dogs, chimpanzees, and even some birds yawn too. What's fascinating is that contagious yawning shows up in animals with strong social bonds. Dogs, for example, are more likely to yawn after their owners. Another hint that yawning is tied to empathy and connection. Part 5. The mystery that remains. Here's the twist. Even after all this research, we don't fully understand yawning. It might help cool the brain, keep us alert, and strengthen social bonds. But there's still no single, complete answer. What we do know is that yawning is universal. Everyone does it, from babies in the womb to the elderly. It's one of the few behaviors that connects us all. So the next time you yawn, don't just think of it as a sign of being tired. Think of it as your brain cooling off, syncing with others, and reminding you that some of life's simplest mysteries are still unsolved. And let's be honest, you've probably yawned at least once during this video. Am I right? Why do you think we yawn? Drop your theory in the comments.